Hello, it's great to be here with Rachel Rofe. She's sold thousands and thousands of products online. She's done millions of dollars in sales. So, Rachel, I've got a question for you. What do you think is the number one business to start in 2023 and why? I'm talking about online businesses.
I've got to go with, print on demand. I just love it. I think it's so easy to get started with it. It's like you don't need to have skills. You can get started easily. You don't need to pay for inventory and all these things. It's just the easiest possible way to create some extra income, I think.
So break it down for me. Some people won't know what print on demand is. So what is print on demand?
So print
Print
on
money on
demand,
demand?
I mean, basically, print on demand is when you make a super simple design, at least the ones that I create. Super simple could be like text-based something, and you put it on a blank picture of a product, right? Maybe you have like a blank notebook. You put your design on top of it, and then you sell the notebook with your design. And after someone purchases it from you, then it gets made to order and shipped to your customer. So it's a model where you get to test lots of different things without having to buy products in advance, buy inventory, have any risk or anything. Just like you test out things, throw them up and keep it moving, see what sticks. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. But what if I'm not like a designer or anything like that? How do I, how would I do that? How would I get a design done?
Well, you said I've sold thousands of designs. I assure you I'm 0% designer. Most
Yeah.
of my are just text-based, like just words. I
Okay.
mean, it's as simple as something like best knitter ever, and someone searches for something like funny knitting mug or funny knitting shirt. They see best knitter ever, bada bing, bada boom, they purchase
Yeah.
and it
So
works.
the sort of thing you give to your aunt as a Christmas gift, right? Because she loves knitting and best knitter ever. And I guess the cool thing about it is kind of got a personal feel to it if the person relates to it.
Yeah, it's like a thoughtful gift because you're thinking
Yeah.
of someone. And
Yeah.
actually, like, the part about the designs, I usually find the better the design, like the worse the sales in terms
Oh,
of like it's fancy or anything, because we're trying to go for mass market, appeal to as many knitters as possible. So usually
yeah.
just like text, it's
Yeah.
for someone to not like that. And
I guess
so
it's like a hotel, they try and make the colors. No one wants like a pink wall at a hotel because 10% of people love it, 90% hate it. They want just simple colors. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
makes sense. That is so cool. That is so cool. And like, how many of these, designs and products and stuff might you sell in a good year?
I would say well over 10,000 plus, but I don't know the exact number off the
Yeah,
top of
that's cool.
my head.
And are you like sending them out yourself? Are you, up every morning and, putting them in a parcel and posting them out to Jenny from Ohio? Like, what's the deal there?
Drinking all the coffee, having the Groundhog Day. No, I use a fulfillment center that makes everything and ships it directly to the customers for me. So I'm just like coming up with the text phrases, popping them on the products, and then after a customer purchases, there's
Yeah.
fulfillment centers that will download the designs, press them onto the products, and ship them directly to the customers. So it's super hands off.
And how do you find customers for these products? Like, what platforms do you put them on?
I love Amazon and Etsy are my top two. eBay
Okay.
is another really good one. And it's basically like they're the ones that have invested billions of dollars into marketing, right? So like why should I try to do marketing? They have all
Mm.
these people that are typing in like funny knitting mug or something like that. So I'm just getting in front of their audience, giving them what they want, and
I
it
love
works.
it. So I type in, nice gift for mum or Mother's Day gift ideas, and boom, print on demand style products can come up. I order it, and then Amazon and everything takes care of the rest.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
They do heavy lifting and you just like you pay them a fee after you make a sale. Like so they're giving you the customers and then you get to pay them after that. Like it's the easiest model in all the
Yeah.
land.
Yeah. I mean, like when you think about it, most other businesses, you usually invest in something, right? Like you're usually investing, if you want to buy $5,000 widgets to put on Amazon, or you want to set up a food truck somewhere, like there's quite a big investment. Whereas obviously there's probably still some investment involved with this, but it's definitely not significant compared to many other businesses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of drop shipping. I guess it is a drop shipping business, but it's drop shipping with a twist because you can just create your own unique products rather than just, oh, here's a, ShamWow, I'll sell these, you're creating all these amazing unique products, not just picking random products.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like you don't have to ship from China, which I know is something that a lot of people kind of get
Yeah.
upset. It can take a really long time to get the products from the Easy Post or whatever they use. And so this is just items shipped from USA, or there's, if people are in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, there's centers there too, but
Yeah.
just faster and
That
just
is so good because I know that is a problem with drop shipping. Like I once bought a product from like one of the Shopify stores that advertise on Instagram, and like you get the product so late you forgot you ordered it, right?
exactly.
And
Yeah.
especially with I'm sure it's eased up, but I know after like the pandemic there was huge delays in everything, right? So how long might a print on demand product take? I know it gets busy over Christmas, but like in general, if I order a print on demand product tomorrow, and I'm in, let's say, Florida, how soon might I get it?
You'd get it within days.
Yeah,
Like
right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like it's being created that quick on the production line and getting sent out.
Yeah, like I would say like it could be same day, the next day, at the very latest, at least this time of year, like the day after that, it would get made and shipped to your customer. So like wildly fast.
And so, what would be when you're looking for a side hustle, Rachel, what are your top criteria? What does it need to have to make sense for you?
Yeah. Well, I would say something that's easy
Yeah,
because I want to keep it simple. Um, Something that's not mega technical because my technical know-how is nil. And something that's going to get results, I would say, relatively fast, right? I don't want to try, and then maybe it'll work. I want to get some kind of results quickly ish, like, and then,
and what's quick? Is that like 30 days, 3 months?
I think either of those, like, at least even if we were doing 30 days, I would like to see some kind of metric. Like if I was doing print on demand, for example, maybe I get some favorites or something just to know that it's actually working. Maybe
Yeah,
view page or something.
positive feedback. You're getting page views,
Yeah.
getting people clicking, and yeah, something.
Yeah, something,
Yeah.
something. We're on the right track, I would say.
It's
And
so
then
discouraging when you start something and it feels like your video or whatever has just disappeared into the ether, like you may as well have not done it, right?
exactly. And then to not know for months and to keep spinning your wheels for nothing, that's
Yeah,
hogwash.
yeah, hogwash, exactly, exactly. Isn't that a school in England? um, yeah, so you want to be getting positive feedback from the market within sort of 30 days or so. You want it to be easy and you want it to be, not too technical. So you're not like looking at 80 different indicators on binary options and that sort of thing.
And I want it, of course, to be able to
Yeah,
make decent revenue.
yeah. And what would decent revenue be to you? Like 10K a month, 5K a month? Like what's meaningful?
I guess it depends, right? Like how much time I'm putting into it. If I'm putting an hour, like then maybe just a couple $100 would be awesome, right? Like that's a pretty good hourly rate.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily personally need 10,000. Like if I have a bunch of things that are doing even a couple $1,000 a month, I mean that adds up and it keeps it fun.
Yeah. Oh, the variety. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I guess it's like, it's link it back to an hourly rate, right? Like if you can spend an hour and make something that makes you $200, even if it doesn't happen instantly, but over time the sales equal $200 profit, that's a pretty good hour, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and if it can be fun along the way, right? Like with print
Yeah.
on, for example, like it's fun to come up with phrases. It's fun to think about new niches and identify new types of people and how they're thinking and all, like it's a
Yeah. Yeah. Coming up with print on demand ideas is fun. It is just a fun, creative thing to do. Yeah,
absolutely.
so true. And one thing I've noticed with these businesses is they tend to snowball. It's like might be slow, but once you get momentum, it like builds up like the snowball going down the hill and really can pick up speed. Has that been your experience?
100%. Yeah. Because obviously the first couple times you got to get your kind of feel, try things out. But then as you're doing it and you get market feedback, you start to see what sells better, what people like, the kind of funnier things and all this. And just like
and without being a hater, what are your like red flag businesses that you would avoid? And this isn't saying they're bad online businesses, to just like you would just not for you for whatever reason. What would be your like no list?
My red flag businesses. Anything super technical. I saw some YouTube video where some guy was setting up bots and I was like, this sounds really cool. And then I looked and it's like, oh, software, you got to know all this stuff, set up server.
Like trading bots or
trading bots. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't do the technical stuff.
Yeah.
I would say anything where the person isn't like who's teaching it isn't actually getting results, like the theory kind of things.
Yeah.
That's no go for me.
Makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So anything too technical and anything that doesn't get you results.
And just like boring stuff, I would say, I don't know. I want to keep it
like fun. You don't want to fill out surveys all day or like just do monotonous activity.
Absolutely.
Anything monotonous that doesn't have variety, I can imagine you getting bored of. And what about ChatGPT? That's what everyone's talking about at the moment. Are you using ChatGPT at all to come up with ideas for print-on-demand products and slogans?
Yeah, it's ridiculous how good it is. I had no idea. It's giving me some really good ideas. I'm trying to think of some. Yeah, it's phenomenal. Like the ideas, it uses wordplay, like puns. I'm shocked.
Yeah, it's in many ways it's as good as I would come up with. We'll put on a little demo to show people how you've used it for sure.
Let's say bookkeeping. Fun fact about bookkeeping, I don't know if you guys know, I think it's one of the only words that has 3 double letters in a row. Like bookkeeper, bookkeeping, the OOKKE. Okay, thanks for indulging me. I'll explain that. So, all right, that one will come up, and then you'll see we can just go and apply it. Now, after this, I want to show you a couple other really cool things that this can do. So you can use it because you can go and you can apply it to the different niches, but then once you have something, I want to show you can actually go through and make TikTok videos about it. It will actually write out TikTok scripts for you. It will write out emails for you. It will write out tweets for you. It will write out Instagram posts, anything that you want. It'll create blog posts for you. So anything you want to do, let's say beekeeping is one of your best niches and you've decided that you really want to scale up with it and you have this beekeeping website, it'll give you absolutely everything that you need. It's crazy. The descriptions, the SEO optimized blog posts, all the different things. Okay, so here we have bookkeeping because adulting requires paperwork, bookkeeping where numbers do the talking, balance sheets are the new black. I like that one. Yeah, these are it looks like they're very specific to bookkeepers again. But I can see one of them, like this one, bookkeeping where being a nerd is fashionable. I can see applying that to lots of different niches. I think a lot of people call themselves nerds, right? So bookkeeping where being a nerd is fashionable, you could save that. Boom, done. And then you can just work your way down the master list. So occupations, accountant, that totally makes sense. Accountant, where being a nerd is fashionable. Let's just make it a little bit smaller, bada bing, bada boom. And we've got another design ready to go. You could go educator, where being a nerd is acceptable. And you can see I won't do this over and over, but you've got tons of new designs and you just ask for new phrases over here, and then it works phenomenally. Then let's say you want to make a website, you just ask, please write a blog post about the administrative assistant mug I am selling. And look, it made an entire blog post. Are you an administrative, I won't read the whole thing. Are you an administrative assistant looking for the perfect mug to add to your collection? Now I could go back and say, and then you see it's going fast again. Are you searching for the perfect gift for the administrative assistant in your life? Look no further than our administrative assistant mug, blah, blah. You see here, it's sprinkling in these keywords. It makes it so easy. There's really no reason, like you could never say it's hard to come up with ideas or anything like that.
And what about for the AI for the visual side of print on demand? Have you ever gone down that path? I think it's Mid-Journey or something. Yeah.
I played with it a little bit, and I'm down to play more for different products like posters and stuff, but kind of like I was saying in the beginning, where the simpler the better. I don't
Yeah.
actually know if graphics would do us any favors.
Yeah. Got it.
Maybe, maybe posters or canvases or something.
Yeah. And how do you kind of, like, you're very successful online entrepreneur, how do you spend your days? Like, what is the secret life of an online millionaire?
I would say probably everyone's is different, but
People would imagine jets and stuff when in reality you're like, baking cookies for your nephew, right? Like it's
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no jets. Although that would be fun, maybe. I don't
yeah,
know.
convenient. No TSA, right?
Oh, that would be amazing. There's
Yeah.
no all these like jet shares. They have none in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is not cool. All these other cities have them. I still haven't gotten to try a jet. Anyway, I
Yeah.
digress. Day to day. No, it's just it's pretty. I like to travel a lot. So sometimes I have another place in Colorado I go to. So I see friends there. Right now, Gaby, my nephew, has been with me for the past few weeks. So we've just been waking up, playing, taking him to school,
Yeah.
seeing my lunch. Yeah.
And like you were a Walmart employee, right? So it wasn't like you went straight out of Stanford to go and work at JP Morgan and just anything like that. So how did you go from like a good job there, helping people buy stuff they want, but still not like earning heaps and a lot of hours and stuff? How did you, like, what would you say helped you make the shift to go from that to having a lifestyle where you do have it, financial independence, you can do what you want with your time? Like, how did you do it? Like, what are the biggest kind of things that you would share to help others?
Well, while I was working, I was trying other little things in my spare time. So I had lots of different businesses, so like flipping clothes at one point
Yeah,
and selling
time
ebooks.
consuming, right?
Hmm?
Time consuming, flipping
Time-
clothes.
Yes, yeah. I
Yeah,
would go to stores and look at the labels and yeah, it was a
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I just tried a bunch of things, and then once something was like doing enough revenue, I decided let's just take a leap of faith and see what happens.
And what was the
But
first thing? Like, what was the first thing that actually made enough for you to go? You walked into your boss and you said, boss officer said, "It's not me, it's you. I'm out of here. Dear boss, I quit." What was
like the first business model.
that gave you the confidence, like that to leave? Because that's big, right? Like you've got rent or a mortgage or whatever, to leave that and go to the insecurity of relying on another income stream.
Yeah, so I'm not very proud of it, but but the answer is I found on Craigslist, this was forever ago, they had one of these ebooks that was like, make $1 million in your underwear while you're sleeping.
Yeah,
Blah.
right.
And it was basically like share this book with other people and you make a commission. And so I was at this time, Craigslist didn't have flags,
Uh-huh.
or have spam filters. So I was just posting every hour on the hour this ebook. And I was making like between $500 and $800 a day, like my very first day onwards for months.
Crazy.
And yeah, I stopped. I didn't, I mean, it was a really good ebook. It was, but it's not exactly business model du jour anymore.
Yeah, got it. So basically there was some affiliate marketing model. And like, did you have a number in mind that you needed to be making to go, when I make this, I'll quit, like for a certain amount of time?
I think that makes a lot of sense. I think
You just saw the first $500 coming and going, I'm out of here.
oh my gosh, I went to this personal development event. Have you heard of T.R. Becker, the Warrior Camp?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like the millionaire mind guy, right?
Yeah, first the Millionaire Mind Intensive, as you break these wooden arrows against your throat, the seminar. And then I went to his Warrior Camp and I just came out like, I can do anything. Let's go. Quit my job and I packed. So it was a combination of the personal.
Amazing. And you also became a copywriter and did Kindle ebooks. Was there any other kind of things that you Oh, you did an Amazon products business as well.
Yeah, I mean, I tried everything. I had courses that I taught. I did random things. I had niches of like baby shower favor product that I taught like people where to get baby shower favors and how to make them. I just tried everything, I feel like. I was writing content for people. It was just like super feast or famine, I would say, for a few years. And so I just tried anything that might work.
Yeah. So there were some times when you were like waiting for an invoice to get paid and you really needed it paid, right? Like you, like you.
Totally, totally. Yeah, there were some really rough moments. I remember just like bawling in a Starbucks talking to a friend. Like I have no idea. I think I told you before, I was sleeping in my car at some points because I couldn't afford to stay in hotels when I was doing cross-country road trips and stuff. Like it was just, it wasn't always roses, but
Yeah, like looking back, obviously, you never, your journey is your journey, right? It's got what got you to where you are today. But like looking back, what advice would you give to your younger self about like how to transition out from a job into a side hustle? So maybe it's less on the cortisol inducing side,
yeah. Oh my goodness. Well,
maybe
I
6 months of like consistency or something. Yeah.
yeah, consistency, like having a certain amount of consistent action each day, and then ideally some kind of revenue targets to hit after X amount of time, or having a certain amount in the emergency fund or something like that. I think that's
Like
a
building
wise.
a buffer, yeah. I think it's good, right? Because I find that when you are financially stable, you also make better decisions as well. Like you make decisions that like are better for you. And tell me, you've put together a program that helps people get started with print on demand. Tell me about that and how that works and why it's useful.
Yeah, so basically for people who want to get started with print on demand, we have it's a bunch of things, but it teaches people how to get started selling on Amazon, Etsy, eBay, how to choose designs that people will purchase, how to make them in the easiest way, where to get products, where to find suppliers, just everything A to Z, like how to market your products, how to price your products, how to get them found on the Etsy, Amazon, eBay search engines and things like that. Like
Mm. So just everything you've learned along the way to make it a kind of profitable business.
it's been like since 2016 now, every single month, like have been making sales. So it's like
Yeah,
I've been for half a decade now, well over half a
yeah,
decade.
yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, because like it's always that thing of learn by the school of hard knocks or learn from someone else's hard knocks, right? And just get that easier kind of proven path. And the other thing is like it's not just a case of like if you are an Amazon seller, it's not just a case of chucking it up, like chucking a print on demand product up. There's like a software and stuff that makes that easy to do. So it populates Amazon or your Etsy store with the products that you design.
Oh yeah, yeah. You mean the spot niches?
Yeah, but also like the Gear Bubble and stuff like that, like the software that actually uploads it for students as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we've got some really dope stuff in that. One of the things is like, so you make your super simple design, like let's say it says best knitter ever, whatever, then you can
yeah,
automatically put it onto a product and
yeah,
then have the item, like you press the upload button and then that product, the design on the mug, as an example, gets sent to Amazon, Etsy, eBay for you. So it's super hands off. So every time you make a sale, just everything's automatic.
yeah,
So instead of having to list things yourself, yeah, that's huge. And
yeah.
then there's another tool inside the course that tells you like what people are searching for and doesn't have a lot of results on Amazon, Etsy, eBay. So it like hand delivers you the niches that are going to be the most with the most rabid buyers, basically. So we try to just do
Goodness.
in there that could possibly help people make sales, really.
Yeah, I just think this is the most exciting business model. And you know what I love about it as well is a lot of online business models have the potential at the moment of, I think, being a bit disrupted by ChatGPT. Whereas this one, all it does is give you more ideas to create more products more easily. It's not like, so that's a really cool thing as well. Like this is a business that is not going to be broken by artificial intelligence. It's just makes creating your print on demand products 10 times faster. So you can create instead of creating, 100 new products in a 1 hour brainstorming, you could create, 1,000, let's say. I'm just talking hypothetically, but yeah, it's just a force multiplier.
That's a really good point. Yeah, because people are still going to need to drink out of mugs. It's like,
Yeah, exactly. I don't want a virtual reality mug.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. Anything you want to say to finish up, Rachel?
Well, I think it's really just how you started this, right? It's just like if I were trying to find some kind of side income, I really think that this is the best business model out there in terms of ease and getting results quickly and not having to be mega technical or anything. So, and as you mentioned, all my best-selling designs, I tell them all, share them all.
You reveal them all. I love it. Well, thanks so much, Rachel, and we'll see you soon.